Hi, it's me again with Corel Drill Tips and Tricks. I just did this and it's a little bit different and I could clean it up. They don't want the wordage, they just want the pot and the fire. So it's already really small, not gonna make it any smaller. I'm gonna see what it is almost 4 inches, so I'm gonna change my nudge factor to 4. I'm gonna take this, I'm not gonna change the color or make it a bitmap. I'm just gonna do an outline trace clip art. And it traces it pretty good, but the problem they're having is I'll show you in a second. So if we go up here and go up to object and group and ungroup it, and then if we left click, right click, and we'll go and get rid of the word and see how terrible it did on the wordage. So we can take the wordage and get rid of it. Now the pan itself came out pretty good. It's got some parts that can be fixed. I'm just going to take the virtual segment delete key and delete these little extra parts. We can correct that in a minute. Then what they're doing this right here. I mean, they sent me the file kind of like this. That needs to be there. See, that doesn't need to be there. And that doesn't need to be there. But what they're doing, this is the right way to do it. But if we look now, and I'm going to put a rectangle around it, so if my smart fill tool starts leaking, I'll know. So we're just going to go ahead and go with black there, there, and there. And then we're going to grab some colors. I'm going to use the color eyedropper. I'm going to get that deep burnt orange, excuse me, and put it right there. Whoop, see, but it leaks. Let's try it with the top flames. And whenever you get the solid bot, so it's leaking both places. So the problem is, this is exactly what they sent me. I'm going to go ahead and nudge these out of the way. I want to get rid of the outline anyway. Whoop, that was my box. Sometimes it's hard to grab, just grab. Matter of fact, I'm going to nudge the box out of the way for a second. And what we're going to do, we're going to move this over. Well, there's the problem right there. There's some broken lines. So, and I'm a little bit confused about that line right there matching up with that line right there. But, so there's broken lines throughout. I'm going to go ahead and take the top part, or at least this part. And then if you look right here, this is a double line. We don't need it. Double lines can cause a lot of problems. Now I'm going to get a rectangle. And I'm going to check, I'm going to just use the smart fill tool first. See, it doesn't leak, and it doesn't leak. That's because those pieces were kind of in the way of each other. So let's get rid of the rectangle. Let's go ahead and nudge this over. And we can leave that, but we're going to go in here and left click, right click. And now I don't like moving this, but I'm going to move it because we're really all through with it. I'm going to get the color eyedropper tool, and I'm going to get that burnt orange, put it there, doesn't leak. So I think it was just that double line that was giving us problems. I'm going to have to go back to the pick tool so I can get a sample of that yellow. You can see it took the outline, but it didn't fill in. So we still might have, you know what, I'm going to use the smart fill tool. I think sometimes it works better. Get the eyedropper. Well, you got to get on the subject first that you want the color from. Smart fill. Get the eyedropper, get that color. I think the smart fill sometimes works better because you got that X, so it doesn't leak. Now, if we'll take the outline away, we have something that looks pretty close, and I think they can take it from here. And, you know, if we just look at this flame down here, it's a little bit different right in here. But that's easily fixed with this. just take your, and just bring this flame up a little bit. Bring this flame over. Now see, it's not really reacting because it's not filled. But if we take this now and we'll left click, right click. Matter of fact, I'm going to do both of them. See, there's my new line I did. Of course, I'd want to take my shape tool and make some rounded corners. And this might leak now that I have done this, because these really aren't joined together. And see, there's another double line. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the shape tool this time and grab that. See if we can't just delete that node. And I would clean it up some more, like the tips of everything we did. So I'm going to take the smart field. I've still got that deep gold, and it worked. No, that's the other gold. There we go. Now to get the eyedropper, and get the eyedropper and take a sample of that dart. That looks a little bit better. Then on the pot that we kind of, we don't have a point there anymore. Just take it and double click and put a node there. And then you can bring that out. And just really play with it to whatever you think it needs to look like. Kind of hard to see the handles. I'm going to right click and turn it into a curve. Then you can see I need to right click on that one, turn it into a curve. And then I got a curve there. And just go through there and do that for all the sides. I would make sure I get rid of my outline by right clicking your mouse. And then I would make these flames a little sharper up top. Just double click. Maybe you can take away those two nodes and see what it looks like. See, there's another set of nodes there. So what we can do is let's grab that node and let's delete, see if this will work. Yep, it got rid of that other set of lines basically. And then I would take the shape tool, or actually the smoothing tool. 15 inches. I can't imagine what I did last with 15 inches. Just kind of straighten out that, make it look more like a flame. Anyway, I think they can take it from here. They just need a little bit of help on that one. Now, what I did do here, I changed the two colors are not there together anymore. So we're going to click on that one, and we can take that and just move it over. And just make sure you cover up all the white. And then down, ooh, I must have jiggled the whole thing. Well, okay, let's do, this is a good practice. So now let's move these out of the way for a second. There was also a ghost there. And let's left click, right click. And this is only happening because I did what I did in smoothing it out. So we've got two sets of lines here. And I really kind of messed it up. And also moved it, don't want to move it, you want to nudge it out of the way. And you could do this. I mean, I'm almost to the point I almost want to take it back. And let's take a virtual segment delete key and just delete these double lines. I don't really think it matters which one you pick, inside or outside. Whoop, can't do that one. Whoop, that's the one I did. There we go. Nope, see, that's part of that line, so I need to do this line right. Wow. Let me just go ahead and get the other line first. Then we'll figure out what's going on. There we go. So what is going on? Whoa. Whenever you have the virtual segment delete key, it will delete. Oh, I see what it is. It's actually right there. Nope. That part is really like, I almost wish I hadn't done that with the smoothing tool. Let's just try this right here. And because we put those two nodes together, now it'll stay. I really kind of messed this up. But in the long run, it'll work. Let's zoom in. We still got that gold color, which is this color. Get the eyedropper and get that yellow. And just, it always looks better if you take away the outline. And there you have it. It's kind of hard to tell on a white background, but it should look pretty good. And you could play around with those flames forever. But I think the pot looks good. It's a little bit rough, right there. And because there is nothing there, we can, whoop, you don't want to do that. Maybe get the smoothing tool. There you go. Make that handle look a little better. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.